Come on, man. Y'all tripping. Y'all know number one, of course, is the SH Figuarts Cyberman. Like, look at all that detail on there. Y'all gonna quit acting like this figure didn't come with Yamcha, man. This thing is dope. Now, coming in at number 7 is SH Figuarts Sora, and the reason I chose this guy is because they did a very phenomenal job on this guy. And honestly, if you guys haven't watched my review, I highly recommend you check it out because this figure is like damn near flawless. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. It's the screaming face is a little weird, but other than that, they captured the dynamics of this character so well. The only issue I have, and I'm hoping it's just mine, is like depending on how you pose him, there is a gap in the shoulders that connects to the hoodie, so you can see that, but that's honestly the only issue I have with this guy. And the screaming face looks weird, but I mean, that's just a personal opinion. But yeah, this gap is probably the only thing that makes this figure, and I'm not going to say bad, but takes away from it. But other than that, they did everything so well from the articulation, from head to toe. I was really worried about how they were going to do the pants and then how they were going to do the bend at the knee, which they worked so well. I mean, no matter how you pose that, it actually looks pretty good. I dig it. So yeah, that's why I had to choose this guy. And like I said, these are going in no particular order. It's just these are my top 7 figures, and this guy made the list because of how well they did. I can't wait to see who else they do. I know they're making Donald and Goofy. I have no plans on getting those, but I really want Riku, Kairi. We've seen Roxas, so I'm hoping to get Roxas, but I hope we get him in his regular uniform. I really don't want him from the Organization 13. I hope they go all the way into Axel and some of the Final Fantasy characters as well. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where this line goes, and this figure is just, it definitely shows that we're off to a good start with the Kingdom Hearts line. So yeah, had to put this guy on the list. If you don't got him, go get him. Now, honestly, my next choice, number 6, would be this guy because really this figure has a whole lot of fun factor to it. I sold my DX version and got the regular because I didn't really use any of the extra accessories, but this guy is extremely fun to pose. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but the people who I've seen that don't like this figure are the people who are stuck in their ways. And what I mean by stuck in their ways means this is what they are used to, and if it doesn't look like this with more posability and more accessories, it's an automatic fail. Now, one thing I gotta say is you people who are like that, come on, you know how imports work. The only buff Deadpool that you are going to get is going to come from Mezco. We got that. We saw what that's like. A few people got it. I haven't seen a whole lot of people with it, but you know what to expect when it comes from imports. They're going to be smaller in size and scaling. And I mean, I knew what I was expecting when I bought this figure also because I know Figma. So when I got this, I wasn't surprised at all. Now that I have it, I just have to say I really dig it. And it's, like I said, fun to pose. So for any of you guys who are looking for a fun to pose Deadpool that doesn't have to be extremely buff or Hasbro-like, then this is the way to go. So yeah, that's why I chose this guy coming in at number 6. Now coming in at number 5 is this guy, and honestly this is getting hard already because I know I said I'm not ranking these from worst to best or least favorite to favorite, but it just feels like it when I'm going down on the numbers. But anyway, this guy is extremely awesome, and if you are a Spider-Man fan, friendly neighborhood collector, you need to pick this up, man. Honestly, this guy is so dope, and that's saying a lot coming from Mafex because I mean normally Mafex figures are just but this guy is just awesome. He feels awesome. He looks awesome. I really dig the blue they used. I think it looks better than the SH Figuarts version. Accessory wise, he comes with a fair amount. And it's just, it works. Everything they did with this guy works. I really love it. And I'm hoping that this piece right here, this is a separate piece for those of you who don't know this area right here. But I'm hoping that that doesn't start scratching against any of this because a lot of people have said that might end up being an issue. I haven't heard anyone say it, but I have nothing bad to say about this figure. honestly, because I mean, some people might get some sloppy paint on them because I mean, it just looks like they have room to mess up mixing that black into the red and then the blue. I don't know. You know, sometimes Mafex, but I mean, it just depends from figure to figure. So, honestly, nothing bad to say about this guy. Number 5, and of course he comes with a Tom Holland head. So yeah, number 5 is definitely this guy, and I say that with dignity, man. This is a figure I'm pretty sure I will keep for a very, very long time. Number 4 is a figure that could easily be number 1 if I only collected the Dragon Ball Z line, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, this figure surprised me, man. Honestly, and I'm not the only one who's talking trash, so I don't care what anyone says, but yes, I was talking hella trash when they trashed that first design and then gave us this one with the new 2.0 body. That was the same thing we got with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I was pissed, but when I got this figure in hand, when I seen the shading and the detail they put on it, when I seen that they actually did slim the arms down, not a lot, but a little bit, and when I seen the accessories this guy comes with, I was like, yeah, okay, y'all got us. Y'all got us, man. I know if anybody from Tamashi sees our post and about how good this figure is, they're probably saying, yeah, y'all dumbasses. Yeah, y'all thought we were going to give y'all some crap for a Goku figure. But no, they didn't. This figure is awesome, man. I can't stress that enough. I really love what they did with the hair. It was metallic. I kind of sprayed mine down a little bit to make it a little more matte, but that's just a personal thing for me. It's nothing I dislike. It's just something I thought would look better on it, and I like it, man. I really do like this figure. And that being said, I like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well, but I don't pose it as much, which is why it didn't or isn't going to make this list. But honestly, the Goku figures they're giving us, dope. I really think the new one that's coming out next year is going to be dope as well. So, yeah, if you don't have any Gokus, pick this guy up. Pick the Super Saiyan 3 Goku up and pick out the normal, I believe, Saiyan Saga version up that's coming out next year, and you'll have yourself a good Goku collection, and also get the Super Saiyan Blue, of course. But yeah, anyway, about this figure, highly recommend it. I reviewed it, and I don't remember what I rated it, but if you want to know more about this guy, check out my review. It's got quite a few views, so I know a lot of people have watched it. But anyway, moving right along. Now we are down to the wire, the top 3 figures, for me anyway, of 2017, and this guy coming in at number 3 was automatically difficult for me to do, simply because I am a very big Haikyuu fan, and they captured Shoyo Hinata 1000% correctly. Like, oh my god, just look at that. Look at the detail in the eyes, man. That is this character. The smile, the volleyball looks good, the outfit, everything screams Hinata, everything screams Haikyuu. The numbers on the back, there's no horrible paintwork on it. And honestly, Figma, this was a year, in my opinion, for Figma, because my next 2 are going to be Figma. So, Figma, you guys, thank you for what you have given us this year, because I really haven't enjoyed your line this year. And honestly, anyway, talking about other stuff, I really hope you guys give us Kageyama, Suki, Daichi, Suga, Oikawa, everybody, Iwa. Give us everybody from Haikyuu. Stop playing, put some respect on them, man, like you guys are doing the Nindoroids. We need Kuro, we need Kinma, we need all of these guys, man. Just jump on it. We need Akashi, Bakuto. I could go on all day, but really, I enjoy this figure, and it just goes to show that if they do continue this line and don't scrap it like they did Free, it's going to be dope. Because this right here, I knew I was going to like it, but I am so much more impressed with this figure than I thought I was going to be. And it just goes to show Figma is a really good line when it comes to making anime figures. So, yeah, Figma, thank you guys. Coming in at number 2, I was scared that I wasn't going to get this figure before 2018, but here it is, and oh my gosh, another one that I really just love more than I thought I was going to. Like, man, this figure is so freaking, it's just badass. It's awesome. It's phenomenal. It's great. sensational, every good word I can think of. Like, I really dig this. It captures the character so well, and for me to compliment this figure as much as I do, considering the fact that if you watch my review, I do have a few minor, very very minor paint issues on mine. For me to still love it as much as I do, it's awesome. I honestly believe that anyone who wants this figure should get it. If you have to pay whatever this goes for. You can find her on eBay for $68. She goes for retail around $74. I think I paid $77 with EMS shipping, which is $20. So really I only paid $50. But if you want her, check Nippon, check Ami Ami, and I mean, if you want more information on it, of course, I just reviewed this figure yesterday, so check it out. But this figure, they nailed it, you guys. Like, man, I can't stress it enough. I am not the biggest Overwatch fan. I do play the game, but for this figure to be this high ranked up, and I said that, but I'm not ranking these from greatest to least, or least to greatest, whatever. But I dig it. I really do dig it, and I highly recommend it. I want to see more people posing her because this figure, the fun factor is there. I said that a million times, and I stand by it. I will always stand by it. This is one I'm definitely going to keep once again. Now moving on to number 1. Now, numero uno is, of course, the number 1 hero, Deku, Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. The reason I love this figure is there's a million reasons. I can't say it in just one. There is a million reasons. Like, they captured this character so well. This anime blew up so much this year, and honestly, I think that's the reason the price of this figure is so high. But man, this figure it's great. Everything is great. Articulation, sculpt, paint. I have absolutely no gripes about this figure whatsoever. If you guys haven't seen my review, you should check it out. And I know this figure goes for a pretty penny now. I paid $114 for it, and that was to get it with the deluxe face that it came with, the mask. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. And I mean, I know $100 is probably a good price for it now, but if you collect the Dragon Ball Z line and back in the day you were willing to spend $500 and $600 on SDCC whatever year Goku, pick up this guy. If you are a fan of My Hero Academia, pick up this guy. Whether it's $200 or not, depending on how invested you are into the hobby, pick up this figure. It's only going to go up. And I know a lot of people are waiting on a re-release, but I'm going to tell you what happens when it comes to re-releases. Sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. And then a lot of people finally just give in and end up having to spend more money than they would have spent if they would have just broke and went ahead and bought the figure. And even if they do re-release this figure, I could care less because I got it when it came out. I am happy with that. And honestly, personal opinion, when I pay a good amount of money for a figure, I don't even think about that when I have it in hand, which I don't buy a lot of expensive figures anymore because I get them now when they come out. But I remember when I first got into collecting, SH Figuarts Scouter Vegeta, SH Figuarts Trunks, most of the Dragon Ball Z line, those figures were expensive, man. But I got them, and I wasn't disappointed. I didn't even think about the money when I got them in hand. But anyway, on to this figure. It's there. The fun factor is there. There's everything to love about this figure, and I can't think of a single thing to hate about it. I have no dislikes, and it's not because I'm a big fan of the character. It's just because Figma did really well. This entire year, every Figma I've received, I've been more than pleased with. Like, this line is getting better and better and better and better and better, and I appreciate that. I really do dig it. But with that being said, that is my top 7 action figures of 2017. I hope you guys liked it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, follow me on everything you see listed below. Now, if you guys want to see my honorable mentions, go ahead and keep watching. Peace. Now, the reason these guys are my honorable mentions is I'll start with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I'll just make my way to the right. Goku didn't work for me, Super Saiyan 3, simply because, I mean, the mold is there. It's new. It's a very big update to the first one, but for some reason, I just don't pose it as much. And on top of that, Super Saiyan 3 really isn't my most favorite form. So I wouldn't say that it's biased, but it's just because I'm not big on the form. But I honestly think if they would have gave us like Super Saiyan Blue on this body or any other form, maybe even just Super Saiyan Goku with a few new faces, I would have loved this figure so much more. Now, moving on to Kylo Ren. The only reason I didn't choose this guy is because the figure is extremely basic. I mean, it's just several different blacks with a Professor Snape head sculpt. I'm kidding, Adam Driver, of course. And, I mean, it's really plain. That's the only reason he didn't make it. But I am a very big Kylo Ren fan, so don't think I'm putting him on the back burner just because. Yamcha didn't make it simply because it just feels like the Goku mold all over again, which I'm so used to getting. And I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again. It just feels like once you get a Dragon Ball Z figure, you've gotten them all. Unless it's a bad guy like Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, it feels like we've gotten them because they all either have on Vegeta type clothes or Goku type clothes. So I just didn't go with that one. Link, man, this figure is awesome. The only reason I put him on the back burner or he's an honorable mention is just because I didn't pose him. I think I maybe took 3 photos of this guy, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he is awesome. This is the DX version, so it comes with awesome accessories, and I highly recommend the figure. Madara, the reason I didn't choose him is simply because posability. I really love to pose, and if you watch Naruto, you know Madara, despite wearing all this armor, is all over the place all the time doing extremely awesome techniques. And I mean, I understand SH Figuarts, Bandai Tamashii Nations, whatever, couldn't capture that as well as making him with these clothes. I know that's something that's very difficult for them, so I can't blame them for that, but I just wish the figure could do more. If I could pose this guy around a little bit more, oh my god, how much fun I would be having with this guy would be endless. Moving on. Ben Affleck Batman from Justice League. Number one reason is that it is too small. I am not a fan of a small Batman. Batman is my most favorite superhero, vigilante, whatever you want to call him, period. He is my most favorite. So getting a small Batman that is also inaccurate to the movie is kind of disappointing. So I'm really hoping that the Mafex picks up where Bandai screwed up with this one. So yeah, that's just one thing I'm hoping for. Not sure if they're going to do well, but I'm just, like I said, hoping for it. So that's why I didn't choose him. He's too small and he's very inaccurate. Gara. Gara is a very awesome figure. My only issues with him is that there are no kinds of paint detail whatsoever. The only shading is in the hair. And, I mean, Gar's hair is not even very shaded in the anime, but it's very intense on this figure. So it's just like, come on, what are you guys doing? And that's not the main reason. It's mostly because I liked those other figures that I chose more than him. But I really do enjoy this figure a lot. So if you don't have Gara and you like the Naruto line, pick him up. Last but not least, Christian Bale, Batman, The Dark Knight, Batman. My number one reason, and maybe the only reason, is the cape. The cape takes so much fun out of this figure for me. It's unreal. Like, I could get him in some extremely cool poses, but I can't get the cape to work how I want it to. And I really think they did a little bit better with the Ben Affleck Batman. I'm hoping they continuously get better at doing capes because I'm glad they went the cloth cape route, but if they were going to screw it up, nah, don't do that. And anyway, that's my number one reason. But as far as how the figure looks and feels, they got it hands down. They really, really nailed it. So, yeah, these are my honorable mentions. I'm curious to see what you guys chose. I want to know what you guys feel about 2017. What were some of your favorite figures? Comment below your number one or comment a whole list, whatever you guys want to do. But if you did watch this, thanks, because you could have stopped after number one. I highly appreciate it if you came this far. But like I said, leave it in the comments and tell me what you guys think. And as always, Animated Heroes here, and I'm out. Peace.